Yeah, Lord Cosmo himself is gonna be right here with y'all. That's right. I'm gonna be right here with to see. We're gonna be seeing what's going on with the Gold Rush tonight. And honestly, if anything else is worth watching, as I can say, but yeah, I'll try to cause I'm trying to if I may speed it up. Well, my apologies if I may speed it up because yeah, unfortunate reason that I kind of tweaked my back a little bit when I was taking a shower and I was like drying up. Yeah, so I, my back. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of fucking excruciating. So yeah, I apologize if I rushed through this a bit. So, but yeah, we're gonna be seeing what's yeah. I want to review NXT tonight, and I want to see what's I was thinking about just react, but I why not? Let's especially since I've talked about it lately. Let's yeah, let's see, especially with the Gold Rush, and then hopefully if Braun Breaker does indeed win tonight, we'll be right there to witness it, in live view, but of course in this format. But I mean, whether y'all have a good time or not, I mean, hopefully I do enjoy a good time, and because we both know that time definitely does not come back. But yeah, let's let's just get into the first thing that's going on right here with whatever is coming up first. So let's go. Yeah, let's get straight into NXT, and I'm just the reason why I just said that. So yeah, I'm not whatever. I'll just talk about something else or something meaningful, because I'm not just strictly just sitting there. I'll mention the segment, of course, what is going on currently at the moment. But yeah, we're not gonna be wasting our time. We're not gonna be shitting bricks. Just yeah, acting time is definitely a mover. So we start off with the opener. Given that it's Tyler Bate and Wesley for the North American Championship, and I know the indie, they're pretty much the indie groupies. They kind of get pissed off when I mention it all the time, but yeah, pretty much like I said numerous times in the past. But I get the whole, but even not so then when you talking about I get the whole concept, of course, when it comes to the NXT Gold Rush, and you have these TV pay-per-views, same thing just in with AEW in general with that, and just being that. But I say even then it's no real, it just feels like a participation trophy event as such, and it just feels like filler because and I already said, like I said, you already know when I said, well, some of you should already know when it comes to these high octane indie type of matches, it's just way overdone. I don't give a damn about it, and it's also another reason why them having to what they're currently doing right now was having main roster guys go back to NXT. People don't want a match. Like I said, of course you have good matches, but if it's just for the sake of just having it, just stop. That's the problem with AEW. You have that with wrestling now, where it's just you just have these long, abundant, just drawn out matches for the sake of just and it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And then you had it's just also the reason. But yeah, I don't want to really dig deep into it. But yeah, I would have just pretty much everything else. I would have loved to see the context or some type of the story going into it, the match. Like I said, you don't have to just tell a story with the match. So obviously not, but you can tell there's plenty we've seen that play out numerous times before. You can have as many times you can do a match. I mean, there's many times that you can tell a story within going in, but yeah, this whole indie, of course, this whole indie just clown nonsense. Come on now. We could have done something else with that, but I mean, like I said, I don't especially I couldn't grade the match. Like I said, it was like being that it was the opener, but like I said, even with openers, they're kind of like you know, they are whatever they are, but like I said again, you know, it's whatever because I wasn't even really paying attention to it regardless, being that, you know, they start off with a match as well. So I always appreciate the when it comes to the segments and that, like WWE especially, because yeah, it makes it that, like I said, you definitely need to build into the show. I always appreciate when it comes to the promo and the segments. So, and yeah, I guess we get a little bit of, you know, some character development, and we get a little bit you know, promo stuff like that, arcs, you know, characters being fleshed out, you know, among that stuff. But like I've been seeing, I've been, like I said, when it comes to the shows, of course, I'll be keeping my eyes on it. But and I've seen a little bit, just the THEA Hale, yeah, that's her name, THEA Hale, and that's great. That's she was born, she's practically the same age as one of my youngest brothers. She's 19. That's a pretty good, that's a pretty good accomplishment, bro. And her being, like I said, being like, especially like practically achieving her dreams, being like she's in like one of the most practically the granddaddy that's in when it comes to sports entertainment. But like, wow, because I was like, I think I just, I can tell like this, but I think I just graduated. Also, I graduated high school. Like, so that's like pretty much like that was like her being that age now. I think I just like, I was when I graduated, when I was that age, I pretty much graduated high school. Like, wow, fuck. way to make a nigga feel old, bro. Like, completely like he, like, you know, he's like Harrison Ford. But wow, like I said, I can't judge her yet, especially like when it comes, just overall her as a wrestler. But like I said, wow, just it also makes you think back, damn, I wish I could have kept playing football or basketball to be making some serious business, baby. But like, wow, that's like, just think about it too. That's pretty much a huge, like, very much a huge accomplishment too. Of like just think about the how, because when you talk about especially somebody like what we've seen in the past with Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. I mean, yeah, that's definitely, especially like that's definitely some that's already some historic traits and just the that's waiting to be fulfilled. So I mean, yeah, I can't wait to see a little bit more of her when it comes, going into the future. And I mean, I wanted to like Cora Jade when Tiffany Stratton. I wanted to like, I wanted her to be the one, but of course, I mean, whichever one, because I mean, when it comes to Tiffany Stratton, she does have a bit of character. I will say that, but I will say, yeah, like she's okay. Like, I get the whole like like me, like especially like if of those movies, or just the whole like pretty much a stereotype. The whole like Mean Girls, or Clueless, like stuff like that. Yeah, just like that archetype character. I get it, but I really don't like that type. Like pretty much like how like oh yeah, like when Smokey, like one of my favorite characters, like going from Friday. But like when it comes to like those type of stereotypes, I really don't care for those type of stereotypes, especially like that type of just like personality. Oh my gosh, that really makes me want to put it. It really makes me want to kneel over and ask somebody with all their might to please just put me out of my misery when I ever just hear that type of just talk, or somebody talk like that, or just. Oh my gosh, but like I said, I will say Tiffany Stratton is good. She's better. I mean, she's like the best they got. When it comes to eat every other woman that they have. But yeah, I liked it. This was good. I'll say that this was good stuff right here. So it's like I guess we get to next with Schism, because I kind of seen a little bit of them too, and they're kind of like I don't know if they just had a match. Well, I guess they're playing off of something, but they're just railing from them losing whatever. I guess from a match, how they feel like the characters and like, or whichever they feel down and start doubting themselves, and can they go on any longer, like stuff like that. And yeah, I kind of like Schism too. They're okay with what they're working with, that type of like cult like gimmick. I dig that, but yeah, I've been like thinking to myself all this time too, like, yeah, because I think this, like, I heard the whole thing too about people just ragging on The Rock's daughter, or just like typical you don't deserve this, or just like you just handed everything on a silver platter shit. But like also her character too, I feel like there's just more of just like they just like pretty much they don't like her just because her last name. But yeah, I can't really judge her yet either. I don't know. I mean, she does look pretty. Just like from being on the camera, like seeing a little bit, she does look kind of okay on the camera. So I will say that. But yeah, like, back to what I was trying to say. Like, yeah, damn, like the Wyatt family, like all of them, like the Usos and Roman Reigns, like, damn, like they were like, the Samoans really got some strong ass genes, especially like with Rikishi and Jimmy and Jay, them looking exactly like Rikishi and everything. Like oh my god, bro, like she literally like she literally looks like a female Rock. she looks like Dwayne looked when he was like, literally when he was just starting out, bro. Like that's crazy. Like really, that's crazy, bro. Like it's really crazy to think about it. Prayers for her boyfriend, bro. If she does or has a boyfriend, bro, because that's that's The Rock right there. You're looking dead eye. But let's get to see what's going on with the pretty much the Diamond Mine faction. So yeah, like I think they're with Diamond Mine, and they're kind of like making fun of like, I think they were watching Schism or whatever they were doing, and they're just like making like, yeah, I get it too, but that's I mean, could have been a lot more too. Yeah, it could have been like, you could have, if you really wanted to, they could have legit went in and just straight up just like really start talking just the most derogatory, just ruthless shit, just like nasty shit to them about it, and just but so like yeah, they could have did a lot too. But so that's what I feel like, it could have been a lot done more than just the typical just like kindergarten, pretty much kindergarten insults, stuff like that. So, but it was okay. Like, let me just say also that, damn, like, wow, she, like, now that I think about it, like the Ivy Nile chick, the one that you see like in the blue, like the blue, it looks like a like, yeah, Ivy Nile though, with the blonde braids. Like she she kind of does look like a mesh between like a complete fusion between Beth Phoenix and like what was that girl that was back in the, like, she like, damn, really trying to, like, what's her name? Ivory. For those Attitude oldies who know who that is. Like, yeah, she don't like. It's like they magically got the okay. They somehow got the okay and the biological means to make a baby, and Beth Phoenix and Ivory themselves just like spit out Ivy Nile. Like, wow, I do see that. Like, I don't know. I kind of see it. Like I said with the whole thing with Samoa Johnson, but kind of like, I don't know. Got some wrestlers that have some similar futures. I don't know if y'all noticed too, but yeah, that just like, yeah, that really did just click for me too. Like, damn, like, got all these wrestlers, like, damn, what is that too? Like, really some unoriginality going on too. Like, you see, like, I see just too. Cora Jade has a bad. Yeah, Sting got a bad. Oh, Chris Jericho also has a bad. Like, damn, like, what the fuck is up with that? Goodness gracious, too much of the same shit that's going on. Like, but yeah, like they did. I did like because you also hear from people that when it comes to Dana Brooke that she's still on the roster. Well, I never even had it. I really don't care when it comes to wrestlers like her, but yeah, like that is pretty much a shock too. When I just searched up that, yeah, she's been on like pretty much the main roster like 5 years now. Oh my gosh, like last time I seen her too was like she was in wasn't she like in a 24/7 championship run, and that was like last year in 2021 too. Goodness gracious, I have no idea what they're. Oh, I guess for the pointless shit, that's why they're keeping her around. They could very much be doing a lot more, if you know what I mean. They could be doing a lot more than that. But wow, to her, like for her to outlast Nia Jax and just like Eva Marie and like those girls, like wow. She I don't know what Vince. Yeah, well, we do know that Vince likes blondes. Like I said, because I don't really, when it came to the matches, I wasn't really paying attention to them like that. Like I said, I really don't. I'm like more so when it comes to the weekly shows, like character, so yeah, story and character over matches, which is we need more of. But yeah, after you get cuts, but I saw what I needed to see. I saw enough. But we cut right to, because we have like we have like two wrestlers, not familiar with them either. But yeah, they have they're like having a quick banter, and I'll talk about it later. But they're like going back and forth about a match, and stuff like that. And they like little mentions of Raw Underground, and we'll get to that too. But yeah, like we cut straight to like Roxanne Perez beating up somebody. Isn't that a little bit out of character? Well, I haven't been watching it. I've been a little bit keeping up, but I don't know. But yeah, we cut like Roxanne Perez was beating up somebody. But yeah, like I said, like some of these wrestlers, some of these wrestlers do really much alike, like wrestlers who were like decades upon on the roster. And yeah, like wow. Yeah, I really just when you think about it, I like looked at her, like she really does look like AJ Lee. She even dresses like her too. She really does look like AJ Lee. I'm not familiar with it also, but there's like a whole thing around like where they're calling like the whole meme is essentially like Roxanne being the daughter like of it's like the whole thing. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it, but it's like mommy and like daughter. It's like, and then like it's like it's the whole thing of where they're going around with it's like this whole thing, I guess, on like the whole meme on social media, of course, but obviously. And then like yeah, it's like, and because I just like looked at earlier too. I just looked at recently too what AJ looks like. Kind of like, yeah, coincidental enough, I looked at what to see, and AJ, she kind of does, she kind of like, because she did just a little bit, she has kind of aged a bit, but she still does pretty much look like a damn baby face. But yeah, to the point where you can still have her like, one of those like teenage moms, like sweet 16 or 18, and she probably like, have like one of those moms that have at a young age, kids. And yeah, like they can, like it does fit that age gap too. It would be kind of nice too if they like, I mean, I don't know if they've ever really gone through, but especially with the whole thing with CM Punk. But yeah, like I would very much love to see that AJ herself working with Roxanne. That could be really cool. But yeah, I liked seeing that. That was kind of out of nowhere too, but I mean, yeah, it was for what it was. It was kind of watchable. But I saw what they were trying. Yeah, I saw what they were trying to do. Like, I get what they were trying to do with Cora Jade. Yeah, basically, yeah, Cora Jade, because they're trying to do with the whole thing with, yeah, they're trying to make this Cora Jade. So in a sort of degree, like, I don't know, I can't really think about it, but I guess they're trying to really, like, because I'm trying to compare her what they were doing to somebody else, but like, yeah, they were like, I don't know, I guess in some sort of way you could say like Victoria. For those, if you know who that is, like when it comes to the ruthless aggression, and like she was just like basically terrorizing the whole roster, like when it comes to like Mickey, kind of like how Mickey James too, where she was like terrorizing and just harassing like this crazy stalker with Trish Stratus. But like Cora has basically like the Victoria archetype, and she's like, that's what she's basically doing, and just like, cause she kind of like put the women's roster on hold notice, and I do like appreciate that too. I do like that. Yeah, it would have I mean, the segment would have been much better if it was like, say, like somebody, if it was pretty much, because I did enjoy the whole thing. What they could have brought that back with Roxanne, and they could be doing a whole big program right now. That could be one of like the best things that's going on right at NXT right now. Like I said, there's like things they could be doing, but they choose not to. But like I said, with bring it back up, they could have had like with AJ Lee being involved too, and like I said, I don't know if like she's actually considering who Roxanne looked up to, but yeah, they could have had a whole segment with AJ Lee playing as Roxanne's mentor and stuff like that, and they could have did a whole program, much less like Cora could even injuring, or just like somebody could have been injuring just like whoever's like close to Roxanne Perez, and they could have did a whole thing like that. Would have been a lot better if it wasn't Dana Brooke. A complete job, just because it just really does also too just make the list, because it really is just, you're real like it makes it like, because people really are not just like not gonna pay attention to this. So, but like I said, I do appreciate that and really liked when it came to that. So it was still good for what it was and what they were trying to do with that. Like I rev like a little deeper on when it comes to like I really put the notice, like the emphasis on when it comes to a character, especially when it comes to the character's journey, their arc, and what it takes to spell like their whole personality. Like I said, like being that their whole journey is basically to like getting to like the mountain, and like especially too like when it comes to especially the promo, because that's like one of the juices of your primary source. A promo could really mean a lot. A promo could really do it. Like basically, it's like it's the main attack of the wrestler, and a promo, whichever tone you're going for, it could really hit deep, and just like really it gravitates the audience. And I'm glad I paid attention a little bit more too, because I'm referring to Von Wagner. And I just looked at the clip, because I didn't get a chance to really. I thought it was gonna be like a nothing burger. I thought it was like pretty much it was gonna be a nada. I think just one of those where they just like it's just filler into the show. But no, like holy shit, I liked them. Like they wanted to, it was like they did it's basically them just playing up the whole story of basically this arc, in this current arc with Von Wagner, when he's essentially telling like very like a traumatic scenarios that he's been with, like when he had I guess they're like, because they're going over the injuries, like a particular injury that I don't know if they're talking about a sort of injuries or like the main injury that he's had, and they're really like going deep into that, and I really like I said, watching that segment, and I'm glad I did. That was incredible. Like that was some really good shit. That's definitely what NXT and just WWE as a whole needs more of. And I like how that was really just how they I guess pretty much a personal, if it really is a very traumatic, whether you're talking about experience or just like in a particular time period, that he pretty much Von Wagner was going through, and especially for your babyface too, like exactly, I feel like that's definitely how you should build the babyface too. Like that should be a pure, like what they did too, like that's for sure. Like they should be. I hope Triple H is like specifically was looking at that, and they were like, that's it, definitely how you should build a babyface too. But just overall, that segment was really beautiful. I like that. I really like that too, and just being at that. NXT so far is I mean, it started off slow at first, but it's been pretty good. It just shot up over 100 degree. I like because of course it got kind of crappy with the opener, and then the Tiffany, Stratton, and THEA Hale segment, but it picked up when it got much more deeper. So, but yeah, I really much enjoyed it. But they could have, I don't know, like really, because they were like kind of like point when it comes to like the interviewer, whoever was interviewing Von Wagner, it was kind of like it was like I know it's like I don't know whichever tone they were going for when it came to his performance, but it was kind of comical. And yeah, like I mean, I wish they could have like, cause you do like it does remind me, like, it really does like when I had like the whole like, cause you know when JR, especially like you know for you oldies, like when JR was having his segments and when he was like when you talk about like when Mick Foley just had like his particular segments where he talk about Mick Foley or Kane and stuff like that, and you know they would have these like really like heartfelt, these kind of like really like dark emotional segments. And yeah, I wish that could have been much more, especially when talking about the interview, because it did feel like a too like comical when they were pretty much trying to like, it was like a very serious moment when talking about Von Wagner and his like traumatic experience. So yeah, wish they were really, because it kind of felt like the emotions kind of felt off when you like comparing Von Wagner and the interviewer. But like I said, still good stuff. Just wish they would have went JR with it, with the whole interview and stuff like that. That would have been perfect. Yeah, like I said, because if you saw the short with Carmelo, I just did with Carmelo and Baron Corbin. Yeah, this promo, holy shit! I'm glad I stayed for it too, and I was watching it. But it was kind of those like Rock and Cena. Just Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker, Triple H and Shawn, like those kinds of it was like those kinds of promos, and it just felt, and the promo itself really just felt like a kind of like a rap battle. And like I said, when it comes to Baron Corbin, I said I could only see his main roster run, especially like the recent stuff with him being broke Corbin. And Happy Corbin and shit like that. Like I said, I never saw the black and gold stuff, and like I said, I'm very much proud I didn't. But it's very crazy to think especially during those times too, when I was pretty much still just pretty much growing up, and just back into 20 when you talk about 2012, 2011, 2012, 13, damn, it feels like. I don't know. I said when it comes to y'all, I don't know if y'all really think about that, but wow, damn, but I just feel like, because today it feels like a decade ago, but it really just felt like I was just in that year. That's damn, that's just pretty surreal to think about. But they were it was pretty much like a battle between the old and new, pretty much what they did with Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Breaker when they first had basically the another incarnation of NXT. Where it's the new versus old, and that was pretty much lit. And like I said, I like the whole line when Carmelo it was pretty much firing off at each other. But Carmelo, like I said, I don't know specifically what they said, because I was I didn't have time to enjoy it, but it was pretty good. The only really line I got from it, I mean, he's pretty much I know Carmelo said don't talk about it. You can talk about accomplishments. And you could talk about accomplishments and heights all you want. Success. You could talk about success and accomplishments all you want, but you still pretty much he's still a bum. And I'm still, and Carmelo said I'm still him. And and I like the whole segment too. Like I said, I think Baron Corbin pretty much shut down Carmelo, but they of course they could have still been going at it, but it was time, of course. But Baron Corbin came up with the line. I think he pretty much had Carmelo. Corbin had Carmelo when he brought up the line. I think I like this version of Baron Corbin too. I really like this version too of Baron Corbin too. Being that I very much enjoy when it comes to the very about the broke Corbin, or where they talk about Happy Corbin. But I feel I definitely like this version of Baron Corbin. It's you can kind of say I'm really digging it. And he said the whole line which I really got when he was when I go back home and then have my fine ass wife and pour me a glass, and and then like I'm gonna like when I after all when it all comes down to it, and when I think about today was a good day, I was like damn that promo hit really good after that, and that was like damn, like we haven't even touched it, they're practically in the middle of the show. That was some fire shit. I like that. Yeah, really quick before we get into the main event with Rollins and Breaker. But yeah, like I said, I feel like because I feel like whether y'all see me too, I feel like but I can really bring it up now. But I just thought to myself too, and I've been like all really thinking about it too, and being talked amongst people. But yeah, I feel like like NXT definitely has, especially when you talk about characters, just like a story, all the above. When you talk about like they pretty much have the best women's roster and down in NXT. We talk about some like girls like Gigi Dolan. I forgot to touch on that. I really like what they've been doing with her lately. Really wish they would push her more. And you have with Cora Jade and Tiffany. Like, come on, like that's just like, they really do have, when you talk about compelling characters and their stories, just like stuff like they really do have the best. Better than SmackDown, Raw. They have like just overall in like the wrestling circle right now, that NXT division has the best women's roster. Like I said, I'm just because even like when it comes to like Kaden Carter and stuff like, or the other girl, like that tag team, they can like wrestle too. They're like pretty good tag team when it comes to like that's the holy shit. That's some good shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like for sure NXT has the best women's roster. But yeah, we can get into this main event. So pretty much like I knew myself, like I'm pretty sure like we all knew that Seth was going over tonight, obviously not losing the championship. But I said pretty much me being disappointed because like you could have really been doing some historical shit right here, like having Braun Breaker like win the championship. And like I said, if you saw that what I just talked about, with Braun Breaker should win the World Heavyweight Championship, very much, and still feel that way that day. Like I said, because it could have been in the same sense when you're talking about like Brock Lesnar, like what they did with Brock Lesnar back in 2002, and the whole thing, like Brock Lesnar and his start. But it was kind of, and the match itself, it was pretty much, whether you're talking about like when you talk, it was really like a pretty much a decent main event. It was decent. I mean, it was watchable, but like I said, I mean, I could care less if they weren't gonna have Braun Breaker wasn't gonna win tonight, but it was still good. And sorry about that, but it was pretty much like every other Seth Rollins match, or pretty much solid main event match where you had get your aerial assaults. And you get he pretty much fed. He gave it he kind of gave it their all. Seth gave it straight to Braun Breaker, and it was and it was good too. I guess the kind of segment was Finn Balor attack is pretty much did the same thing, coming in and attack. They did the whole thing where it looked like it was going to go off the air, but I knew something else was going to happen tonight, of course. So especially with them having pretty much Finn Balor being involved with Seth Rollins now, that's what it's looking like now. And Finn Balor beating him up, whipping his ass, just practically destroying Seth Rollins again, and Melo and Trick stopping him, and Balor just looked at the championship too. Pretty much, we're pretty much already know going into the future what we're going to get eventually. But I don't know if they're going to do in the future, whether it's going to be Melo and Seth and Trick against the Judgment Day. So I can that's pretty much what it's going to look like if they're going to do that. But but we already know that eventually. But when it comes down to Finn Balor, obviously probably going to give Finn Balor and Seth Rollins that Money in the Bank. So, but yeah, like I feel like definitely like holy like I should definitely watch, and I want watch NXT more. I feel yeah, probably like next week. Yeah, let's see. I want to see what pretty much I don't know what's gonna happen, but pretty much the same thing is gonna get. But it kind of impressed me with a lot tonight. Like like especially like with the whole like the Von Wagner segment. Kind of like I will say the schism segment. Oh my gosh, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, the schism segment, the Diamond Maya segment, and like pretty much they kind of touched on her a lot tonight. And I know I kind of said in the past too. I said it kind of has been great, especially because the WWE is definitely being lazy about it, especially like when it comes to the overall just the booking. But tonight was great. I definitely felt like I got my money's worth just over watching tonight, and I like that women's division. Definitely, absolutely better than any other, just nobodies that they have on the main rosters. Like definitely, absolutely, and a lot of characters. Just like Sarah, I like that NXT. What they're doing with NXT right now is what I should be going. What should. Absolutely, what fucking Tony Khan should be taking all the notes, grab your book out, and how you actually book a show. And yeah, I definitely feel like NXT is like kind of what I said before. Like, oh yeah, they kind of definitely like shut me up tonight, and it was some good stuff. This was definitely some good stuff, and yeah, pretty much like I said, it's whatever. Looking forward to the match, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I think they're probably gonna do like whether it's like some type of stipulation, environment match when it comes down to that. The way Finn Balor has been attacking Seth Rollins, but yeah, it was whatever. Not kind of like I was kind of begging for much, but yeah, kind of. I mean, it would have been kind of monumental to see Braun Breaker and just everybody shaking up how just Braun Breaker becoming world champion tonight. But obviously they didn't go that route. But yeah, I like that NXT tonight. I'll give it a rating of just 8. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Yeah, for sure. Overall rating. And hope y'all enjoyed it like me. And I guess see y'all next time. I did very much enjoy all tonight. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Stay blessed, y'all.